So from sales with Tracy, who was absolutely wonderful, fellow South African, which I loved as well. Actually, Maggie, your video that was sent to me by Tracy actually was what sold it to me, because I just loved the fact that your video was personal. You said hi Ashley in the video, and I thought, you know what, the fact that you've taken time to make it personal, to make me feel like I'm as important as the next customer, was a huge plus in my books. So that was wonderful. And then the time I spent with Vipka, also brilliant. She's an incredible human being who did everything she could to make this work today. Installation team also were wonderful last night. They were here when we rushed in the door at 6:30. And you know, if I said, can you change that, can you do this, they were very happy to go and do that. Very helpful. And even Maggie, you today came and helped with the lights. So I think you've all, really done what you can to make today really successful for us. I think the visual representation is really, really important. We have had quite a different change to our stand this year. Thank you to Quadrant for that. And I think it's important to show kind of the size and the level of branding that we've got at the moment really matches who we are as a company. So I wanted to make sure that the space felt welcoming and open. I wanted it to feel luxury, kind of high-profile branding, which I think does match who we are as a brand, but also inclusive. And I wanted to make sure that our brand really did stand out. So the navy, the green, pups of white, and also the kind of wood feel as well. It's just kind of a bit more natural, a bit more premium, which I really, really loved. I also loved the curves of the stand, mixed with the kind of hard edges and things like that, which I think also just kind of leans into the fact that we're flexible, we can kind of do lots of different things and options for everybody as well. I think what drew me to Quadrant originally was that fact about the fact that there's so much waste at trade shows. And I know Accountex are being very good about trying to make sure that's very limited. But Quadrant, I think, we're very conscious about the waste management and making sure that there's an option for stands like ours where we can actually store what we've got and reuse it. I think that's a really important environmental aspect to think about as well. Businesses need to think about these things as well. And I think it was a really convenient thing because it can be stored and reused, time in, time out. And obviously, as we change messaging and things like that, we can just reprint those panels, and that's kind of the only cost besides the installation and takedown and things like that. So that for me was a huge win. Obviously, there's a big investment initially, but the workload and effort and the investment going forward is much more minimal compared to that. So it's really, really helpful for us to really make this kind of investment. And I think it's a growing brief, and it's a growing project. I think that we'll keep doing with Quadrant over the next few years, and I look forward to seeing how we can work with the team next year to make it even better.